Hey everyone, welcome back to Old Guy Firewood. You know, a couple weeks ago I put a short out and said something new coming to the woodyard, and I had shown my 550 XP and my 372 XP, and then a new, obviously it was a saw, but it was covered, and I asked, what do you think it is? A new saw coming to the woodyard. Well, had a lot of guesses. Several people guessed a Husky 564 XP. Several guessed a 300i, a steel 300i, and but nobody guessed exactly what I got. And I got something that I've wanted, not something I needed. You know, and it's hard sometimes to separate your wants from your needs. But you know, I'm approaching 78 years old, and if I can't get something I want once in a while, even though I may not need it, then something's wrong. But I got a new saw, and I've always wanted a bigger saw, and I got a bigger saw. It's not something I'll use a lot, but it's something that I'll have when I need it. So let me show you what it is. It's a Husqvarna 592 XP, and I got it with a 32-inch bar, and I'm gonna give you some information on where I bought this. If you're in North Carolina, in the Piedmont area, a great dealer I located over in Mebane, North Carolina. Very good pricing, great people to deal with, and I'll leave information in the description of this video along with a link. So. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and gas this thing up. I haven't even run it yet, so we're gonna gas it up, get some oil in it, get my chaps on, and I'm gonna crank it up and see how it does. Looking forward to cutting some of this big wood with this big saw. Now my plan is this: I'm gonna buck this one log up and take the grapple on the tractor, pick the individual pieces up, take them back by my splitter, by the 2228 Easton made, and then take the grapple off the tractor, put the MS324 splitter on the front of the tractor, and bust these down into some manageable pieces. So not sure if we'll get all that in this video, but I at least want to demo this saw, show you how it runs, see if I can cut this big wood up, and we'll get them moved back there, and may do the MS324 in another video. Got a question for you guys. They sold me this. It came as a package. I mean, Husqvarna apparently provides the dealer with a package, the power head and a bar, and I got the 32-inch bar, as I said. It came with a skip tooth chain, and it's 3/8 063. And everything else I have is 3/8 050, but like I said, with the bigger bar, you're better off with the 063, and so that's fine. I mean, I'm only going to have chains this length for this one saw, and not a big deal keeping separate chains. The skip tooth chain, I've used skip tooth before on my 572 XP, and it seems to do fine. I'm sure this saw could pull a full comp chain on a 32-inch bar. I know it could on a 28 or smaller, but what do you guys think? Is it smart to run skip tooth when you're running a bigger bar, or if you've got the power, are you just as good off using full comp? Leave a comment down below. I'm curious about that. All right, as I say, I've never started this, so I'm going to go through the start procedure. Purge bulb, choke on. I think I'm going to have to use the decomp just because it's a lot of saw to pull, but we'll see. Shut this off for a minute. First of all, I can't believe how easy that started. it pulls easier than my 572 XP. And I started on the third pull, first time I've started it, and you know, that's pretty amazing. Setting the auto tune, the dealer, I've 2 other auto tune saws, and you know, I've gone through the procedure of ripping lengthwise and so on. The dealer said the new procedure from Husqvarna on first use and setting the auto tune is to put it in the wood, full throttle, don't use the dogs, don't force it down, just let the weight of the saw cut for a 10-second time period, and that'll set the auto tune. So you know, I like that idea. I'm gonna try that and see how it works. All right, 10 seconds. It's throwing some chips. I think the rakers could be taken down just a little bit. And that doesn't surprise me on a stock chain right from the manufacturer. I think they leave them a little bit high. Let me go ahead and get the tractor, roll this over, cut those 4 pieces off, and we'll see what we got. I'll tell you, for first time using it, I'm very impressed with the power. Now I could have cut these logs with my 572 XP and the 28-inch bar, but I'll tell you what, this 592's got a lot more power. The bigger bar, it's a lot quicker, makes it a lot easier. If I can get this thing rolled over the way I want it. Oh, come on, it went too far. Come on back here. Throw something up under there so it doesn't roll on me. That should do it. There's some operator error for you. My kerf must not be lined up the way I think it is, and I pushed it too hard and the chain jumped off. So let me get the scrunch out, we'll get that back on, we'll start over again. You know, I'm thinking that after I made a few cuts, I should have checked the tension on this chain too, because a new chain will tend to loosen up, and particularly in big wood like that. Why doesn't that sprocket want to turn? When that chain jumped off, it created some burrs on the bottom of some of those drive links, and it was just too tight in the groove of the bar and it wouldn't turn, so I had to take it, grind those little burrs off. Hopefully now it'll run. Let's see. Turn that oiler up a little bit. It was in kind of medium range. Turned it up a little bit higher. Still learning this stuff for sure. let me get those two out of there, see what we're working with. You know, as I said earlier, I don't get wood this big too often. And I've cut wood this big with my 572 XP with a 28-inch bar. But I know I can't get all the way through with that 28-inch bar, so I tend to cut more down through here, then come back here. With this big bar, I was thinking I could get all the way through, and I simply can't. I'm still going to have to use the same sort of approach. Cut through here, then come back and cut here. But anyway, I got 2 more pieces halfway cut here, so let me go ahead and see if I can match the cut line up. I'm going to throw another chunk of wood under there. I don't want to be on the back side of that log and have it roll over on me. There, feel a little better now. This just is not working out the way I hoped it would. No, I was pushing that through from the bottom, and in my mind I was saying, stop it, go up on top. Kept pushing, and that's what happened. Well, since I have to make a trip back towards the wood splitter, I went ahead and grabbed those first 2 rounds I cut off. Take them back there, drop them off, get in the shop, get the chain back on this saw, and gotta think about what I'm doing. I'm just gonna drop these right here after I get the MS324 in the tractor, split them up. Chunks will be right here at the splitter. All right, what do you say we try this one more time? I've got 3 rounds cut off. I'm going to cut 1 more and take those back, and that should be enough, more than enough to fill the tote. So get this last one cut off, hopefully, and we'll put them in the grapple, take them back there, put the MS324 on, and see if we can break them down. through, although it didn't seem to release. Give it a little push with the tractor and see what happens. I need a grapple with teeth closer together at the top. Well, get one at a time. Well, there you have it. That's the latest 2 rounds to cut off that big log. Got them both in the grapple. And I'll tell you, even with a half a tote of wood on the back for ballast, it's lifting the left rear tire up on the tractor. But there's a lot of weight there. I'm going to look that up on a weight calculator and see, based on the size there. 38 inch, that's a 38 inch log. I bet those 2 rounds weigh close to 1,000 pounds, if not 1,000 pounds. But anyway, first outing with the Husqvarna 592X XP. And what do I think of it? Well, I'll tell you what, it's got a ton of power. I'm amazed at how it pulls even when you get down on the dogs and really lay into the wood. The whole problem I was having was my problem. I just don't cut 38 inch wood too often, and when I do, cut it with a smaller bar, and I kind of work my way around. I was thinking I could go all the way through with this one, and I can't. So I'm going to have to improve my technique a little bit, but it's not the fault of the saw, I'll tell you that. The saw is a screamer, and a ton of power, and a good thing, because I've got a lot of these big logs to go through. So I'm going to take these 4 rounds. I got 2 back there already, 2 in the grapple now, take them back to the splitter, dump them off, and probably call it a day. It's 92 degrees here, feels like 100. So I'm soaking wet just from cutting those 4 rounds. It didn't go quite as smooth as I would have liked it to. I jumped the chain a couple times, and again, that was my fault. It took a little bit of time to get it back on and get the drive link straightened out to where they'd run right in the groove. But the saw works great. It's amazing. And I'm going to leave a link in the description for the store in Mebane, North Carolina, where I bought the saw. It's actually a NAPA auto parts store, but they're a saw dealer also. So they have a good selection of Husky, all models, and several of them different configurations. So I'll leave their information, and if you're shopping for a saw, give them a call. Tell them Old Guy Firewood sent you. And I think what's going to happen now, as I say, it's a little bit too hot. I'm not going to do anything more today. I'm going to drop these rounds off. Probably tomorrow I'll get the MS324 on the tractor. I'll bring you back for splitting these big rounds up with the MS324, and then we'll go ahead and run some of those chunks through the 2228 and see how much wood we get out of 4 rounds. I guarantee it's going to be more than a tote, probably tote and a half or tote and 3/4. But anyway, if you enjoy this sort of thing, please make sure you're subscribed. Go ahead, push that like button, push the subscribe button. Please leave a comment down below. Interested in your thoughts on the skip tooth chain, and interested on your thoughts on what I'm doing wrong in terms of cutting wood this big. I think I know. I need to work my way on the far side of the log and then bring the saw back and cut it down. But until the next one, as I always say, keep moving, and we'll see you then. Have the MS324 on, and we'll do some tractor splitting. Thanks so much for watching.